Hey, how's everybody doing? Um, Today is Saturday the 13th, which marks the 1 year anniversary of the last kind of normal day, at least speaking for in Toronto, of all this COVID shit that started. So I just, for something to do, here's my Friday the 13th shirt, but for something to do, I just thought I'd do a video and just go through all my dolls that I have. Yes, they're dolls, and for movie collectors, collect people that have collectibles and things. You probably have a lot on your shelf anyway. But yeah, I've been marathoning the Friday the 13th movies just for shits and giggles, and just to continue combating boredom until I can myself go back to work. Things are a little bit, I wouldn't say normal by any stretch right now, but at least some of the stores are opening, and I actually did buy myself a present today, but I'm not gonna post that yet until I'm gonna do a part two of this because I got enough of these that I can do in two parts. Anyway, I don't want to sit here and ramble about nothing all day. I'll just start talking about these, but I'm gonna have a sip of beer first. Anyway, yeah, just start things off. This is my Jason from Friday the 13th Part 2. I'll try and not get a glare on it from the camera. But Friday the 13th Part 2 is actually my favorite in the entire series. I don't know, it's also my favorite Jason. He's the most realistic, I think. But yeah, that's this one. Sackhead Jason, which is for people that follow horror and read about horror. It's based on the slasher, the killer from the town that dreaded sundown, which is for a really low budget movie. It's a pretty good movie too. Anyway, there's that Sackhead and the overalls, just the classic Jason before they realized what Jason was going to eventually become over the years. Then I got Jason here from Part 6, Jason Lives. Probably the one I've watched the most, not my favorite. To be honest, in terms of 4 to 10, I think Kane Hodder is the only thing that holds it together. I do enjoy them. I have the whole collection, but as far as being taken serious as a horror movie, I think that's when they start to get a little bit campy. I do know in this movie, this is when Tommy's wants to burn, get revenge, and blah blah blah. You've seen the movie, so you already know about it. But I know he does mention when he's in the police station near the beginning that Jason does get more powerful, and which probably explains why he's able to punch right through Arnold Horshack's chest. I can't remember the real character's name. I just know the actor who played him was Arnold Horshack from WKRP in Cincinnati, or Welcome Back, Cotter. I don't know, something with a W, but yeah, Welcome Back, Cotter. One of my favorite shows, so I'm surprised I got the name wrong. This is from Scream 4. To be honest, I've never seen Scream 4. I've never seen anything past 2. I do love the first one, and I really like the Ghostface character. Just trying to keep the glare off it, I guess, here. But it's the only one I found at the time, so that's why I got this one instead of one from the first movie. But really, they're the same. It's the same costume, so I think just the accessories that come with it are possibly different. But I mean, it's a cell phone and a knife and Ghostface. But I do really love this character, and I think when Wes Craven came back and did this after everything he'd already done, realizing I think the slasher genre, was starting to get a little bit played out. This was actually a good return to it, and just, I'm not going to say revitalizing it, but bringing some humor and do it in a good way that wasn't silly and campy, and created a whole new character. And the way that it just kind of, it's sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? It identifies itself as a movie by poking fun at all the other movies that came before it. I guess self-aware. That's what I'm thinking of. Kind of self-aware. So I really like that in it. Anyway, moving on. Save that one for last. Okay, definitely not a horror movie, but one of my favorite sci-fi series of all time. It's George Taylor from Planet of the Apes, obviously. See, I kind of bought this on a whim one day. I just saw it and I was like, oh, I don't have any Planet of the Apes stuff, so then I bought it. Now I have a few more, not dolls, but a few more collectibles and figurines of Planet of the Apes. But I really like this movie, so I was really glad to get it. Funny little story, when I did get it, well, when I brought it home, I went out, after I bought it, I went out drinking with some friends, and then when I came home, I was like, okay, don't put it on the shelf, don't put it on the shelf, because you're going to knock everything over. And what do? I try and put it on the shelf, and what do? I knock it over, and I smashed a vintage R2D2 and C3PO that I had, but they were in a little bit rough shape anyway, so I was able to glue them back together, fortunately, but a little bit funny, and I was a little bit mad at myself, but oh well, it happened. Oh, my nose is running. Anyway, and we got Captain Spaulding here, which I really like. I got this at I think I got this at a Horrorama convention, which is held in Toronto. Well, last year, obviously not because of COVID, but nothing was held last year because of COVID. But I think I bought this at Horrorama, which is, yeah, it's a Toronto horror convention. It's really kind of cool to go to. Sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small, depending on the location. I'm hoping that shit will be back to normal enough this year that we'll have a Horrorama, because I hate missing it. Anyway, the only thing I don't like about this is in the packaging is his head's turned sideways. It's not supposed to be turned sideways. It just, this particular one is, but not a whole lot I can do about that. Now, this is the only Living Dead doll I have. I'm not really a huge fan of them overall, just because I think they're cool. And I know a lot of people collect them, and there's people that got like dozens of them at home. The only ones I would ever get is ones of characters that I really love, and The Shining being my favorite movie of all time. I saw this and I had to buy it. You know, it's just one of those I had to buy it kind of things. The reason I don't like them, like I said, they look really cool. I love the design, but it's just they're so big, and I have limited space, and my shelves are already overflowing with collectibles and movies and everything else. So to start adding a bunch of these to it would just be, well, besides my wife killing me, it would be a lot of space being used up, and it was just a lot. I'm just gonna say it'll just be a lot. That's it. However, if I do see some Leatherfaces, Gunnar Hansen Leatherfaces, I would definitely grab one. I would probably buy a Michael Myers or Jason, and possibly Freddy in it. But generally speaking, I wouldn't really. It would have to be something I really think is cool, and a character that I'm really comfortable or really like, that I'm a fan of. The last thing I'm going to show you is this was actually bought recently by a friend of mine, my friend Shane. Really stand-up guy, really probably one of the sweetest guys. Not because he buys me things, he's just a big sweetheart teddy bear of a guy. I don't think I know one person that knows him that dislikes him, so he is a great guy. But this was a gift from him. He bought me a few weeks ago, surprised me with it. And I don't have, besides the movies, I don't have any, in the novel, I don't have any Exorcist stuff. So, and I do have an Exorcist t-shirt. But when I opened the package, he bought this and a couple other things that when I do a part 2 to this video, I will definitely be showing that and mentioning it. So I'm not going to mention it now. But I was quite happy to see this. I think the detail on it's really, really good. The packaging's nice. I'm not that familiar with this particular company overall, and I don't have my glasses on, so I can't read the name of it. Anyway. But yeah, I was really really happy to get this. But that's pretty much half my collection of just my dolls. So I will be doing a follow-up to this, or a part 2 to this rather, probably next week sometime, or maybe during the week, depends if I have some time alone. And that's pretty much all I got to say. Happy collecting for those of you who do collect, and have a good collection. And continue to stay safe. I don't know what else to say, and till the next one.